Hello, I'm Jesse Elaine, and today I'd like to talk about playing in odd time signatures. So an odd time signature is simply one that is not 3 or 2, 3, 4 based, in where you can't really divide the top number of the time signature by either 2 or 3 evenly. So examples of this would be your 5 or 7 or any variant of those, meaning like multiple of 5, like 10, or you could even have something in 11. So without getting too mathematical, let's focus on some of the more common time signatures that are odd. So the first one will be 5. The classic example for you people who like jazz would be Take 5, Dave Brubeck. I'll play the comping for that. It's E flat minor to B flat minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a pretty classic example. A tune that my band used to play was called Fly a Kite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all that was is just a D7, basically D5 with a 7th in there. So D, A, C, D, A, D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the big thing I want to show you today is that when you have a tune where time signature is odd and it stays odd the whole time, it doesn't change the same time signature the whole time, a good thing to do is to break up that unequal time signature into smaller parts. So let's do some simple math again. I told you we weren't going to do math, but we are. So 5, 3 and 2, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 1 and 4. Very easy to break up into smaller parts. Let's listen to Take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Listen. So there's obviously 3 beats of that E flat chord. 1, 2, 3. And there's only 2 left over. 1, 2. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But listen to the emphasis. Listen, watch my head bob. So it's all there. You know, it's just broken down into smaller parts to give our ear something more recognizable to be able to play. I mean, you can play something that's just straight 5 where you're only accenting on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little more unpredictable like that. Our ears don't really cling on to 5s as well as they do 2s, 3s, or 4s, because 4 is really just 2 2s, right? That's why when you listen to rock and roll music, you have usually an emphasis on beat 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, the snare. 2, 3, 4. So really breaking these things down into things that are more simple for us. Now why, and I don't want to get too deep into it, why does 2 work? Well, think about it. We have 2 of almost everything. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 feet. 2 is a very natural occurring thing in nature. 3s are the same way. I won't get too into that, but you can figure it out yourself. So that's 5, right? So 7. 7 is also pretty easy. I'll use the Fly a Kite, which is that tune I showed you earlier that my band used to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you have the longer one and then the shorter one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You can use the same philosophy when you're improvising. You can use the 3 and 2 philosophy for 5, and the 3 and 4, or 4 and 3, and 3 and 2, whatever philosophy you want to use. Whatever the song lends itself to, the tune lends itself to, would be a good choice. But you can also change the way you're emphasizing as you solo to make a contrasting rhythmic pattern to what your friends may be playing in the group. So let's look at something in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How would you break that up? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let's do 7. We'll do something easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can break them down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to the accent. Okay? So that's something you should do. You should experiment with patterns where you're breaking the more complex odd time of 7 or 5 into a group of 3 plus 2 or a group of 4 plus 3 for the 7, and become comfortable with it in that way, in a smaller piece. And that'll actually help you with your phrasing too, because it's difficult for most people to jump right in and play measures of 7 notes that flow nicely and that actually make sense and don't sound like a scale like I was just doing. So experiment with those. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.